anyway, I'd gotten in the habit of scrolling through eBay for doorknobs. In the same way that other people would scroll through social media, right? You might be like, that's super weird, Catherine, about like looking at, fair enough. But anyway, I started having these moments late at night with my daughter where I would realize that I was scrolling through eBay for doorknobs, despite the fact that the kitchen was done. So no longer did I have any justifiable reason for doing this while I was with my daughter, you know? So I had the moment that really stood out to me was one night where maybe because I was sleep deprived, I don't know what, but I kind of had a sense of what this would look like from the outside. And it was me holding this baby and she's looking up at me. And then I'm looking down at my phone. And to make it worse, I'm looking down at my phone and at doorknobs that I don't need. And it really was a wake-up call for me because I like to think I'm self-aware. You know, I like to think that I am intentional about where I direct my attention. And instead, here I was, yeah, not connecting with this baby in my arms. And I'm not trying to like glorify that you're supposed to always be peering into your child's soul or whatever. But I am a science journalist by background. And I remembered a couple of studies that were talking about, you know, for example, how babies can only focus like about a foot in front of their faces. And the thought is that that is so that they can bond with whoever is holding them by looking at them in the eyes. So I'm like, okay, well, that's messed up. If my baby's looking up at me and I'm looking down at something else, what effect does that have on her? And a number of other things. But I started to really get concerned about the impact that our habits might be having, not just on our relationships with our children, but essentially on all of our relationships, because we're not maintaining eye contact with anybody. We're looking down at our phones. And at that point, it was 2016. And I just realized, okay, well, we're all doing this, but at that point, not many people were really writing about the issue. And I couldn't find anything that gave a solution to it. And that's what inspired me to write How to Break Up with Your Phone, is that I wanted to actually look into what our relationships with our phones was doing to us. And then I also wanted to actually give people, including myself, like a plan for what to do to start to create a relationship with better boundaries.